Many business owners don't know how to grow their business, and that's why we've created our business profit tool. This profit tool is going to help you be able to separate all the different variables that go into building your business's profit and be able to see how improving each one is going to affect your bottom line. During this video, we're going to give you an overview of how to use the tool for yourself, as well as a free download to get this tool for yourselves. So let's get started. Okay, this is our growth equation and profit tool. This tool will help you work out how you can grow your business's profit. To use this tool, you need to do a couple of things first. First thing you need to do is you need to input your current performance. So I've already pre-filled a lot of this information in just to save time on the video and basically make it a bit quicker. So here you'll implement your specific data that you have on your business. So the first thing we need to look at is your previous 12 months of clients. So how many people purchased from you over the last, say, not last 12 months, but the 12 months before that. So how many people in the previous 12 months actually purchased from you? And then the next thing you want to look at is retention rate. So out of those 12,000 people in this specific business we're using, so out of those people that were in your previous 12 months, how many of them shopped with you in the last 12 months? How many of them were retained and actually continue to do business with you over there? A lot of this data you should again find in your CRM system or in a sales system of some kind. If you don't have any of this data, you can just guesstimate it if you want. It's obviously not going to be perfect, but it's better than nothing. If you aren't measuring a lot of these things, you really should be. I would considering investing in a CRM system, or simply just give us a call and we can help you out and find out which one's going to be best suited for you. So the next thing you want to look at, after you've got the previous 12 months and your retention rate, you want to look at the number of new leads that you had in the last 12 months. So these are people visiting your website, coming into your store, inquiring about different things. So these are all the unique visitors that have come to those places, excluding your current customers that you've already had, basically. So this is new leads that are just wanting to do business with you for the first time. Then out of those people, how many of them actually convert? So out of this business, how many of those 250,000 actually convert into become actual clients? So here we can say it's 2.5%. So again, this number should be found on your P&L, not on your P&L, on your CRM system or on your POS system, anywhere like that. The next area is your transactions per year. So when someone shops with you, how many times on average over all of your clients and your customers over the last 12 months, how many of them shopped, how many times do they shop per year? So are people coming back every month? Are they coming back like every 3 months? Most never coming back again, just shopping once, but a few coming back. Like you want to find that information out. Again, should be on a CRM system or on a good sales system. Then your transaction value. On average, when someone goes in and does a transaction with you, what average transaction value is that? Are they, they're coming in and they're doing $100 worth of value, or if this business, for example, they're doing $75 in value. So every time, on average, when someone comes in there, some people are doing 150, other people are doing 50. It all equals out to $75. And then what are your overheads? So on your P&L statement, what are your total expenses that you have for your business? And then your cost of goods sold. So if you're buying products and inventory, what is the expense that has? What is that? Your cost of goods sold basically on your inventory that you have from there. So once you've inputted all of your data, and if you do need to reminders of what things are, we do have a description in each one of these different areas as well. But once you've inputted your data, you come down to inputting your improvements. So when you're looking at growing a business's profit, there are 7 key areas you need to focus on. Now these are all the levers that you have to pull when you're focusing on growing that profit. They are retention rate, leads and inquiries, conversion rate, transactions per year, average transaction value, your cost of goods sold, and your overheads. So each one of these areas are all the different areas that contribute to your bottom line of your business. So what this tool does is it looks at each one of these areas and says, if we improve this by a certain amount, so let's take retention rate, if we improve retention rate by 10%, what does it actually mean? So if you improve by 10%, it means you'll be increasing your retention rate by 3%, which obviously take it from 30 to 33%. But what does that actually mean to your profit? So here you can say if we increase this by 10%, revenue will increase by 35,000, but profit will increase to 18,000. So you can see this business originally was doing almost $1 million in revenue, but is only making $10,000 in profit after it pays for its wages, its rent, its cost of goods sold, all those different things that go into it. This business that's almost doing $1 million in revenue is only taking home about 10 grand. So this is how we improve it. So we look at each one of these areas. So let's look at this and let's say, okay, for this business, we're going to improve retention rate by, say, 10%. We can improve leads and inquiries by 20%. We're not doing a lot of marketing. We're not doing a lot of these things. So let's improve that by 20%. Conversion rate, we can do that by, again, just keeping it all simple. Another 10,000. Transactions per year. Let's say we introduce a subscription model, something like that. Another 10%. Average transaction rate, we start upselling, we start cross-selling, we do these different things. So we increase this by another 10%. So all up, we've increased all these different things by 10, 20%. And here you can see the improvement factor here and what the new ratio will be. And so let's look at the impact on the overall revenue and profit. So overall, we made these few changes. And again, you want to be as conservative as possible with a lot of these things. You don't have to be like, 80% here and 60% there, which a lot of people would think you have to do. Basically, just at the start when you're using this tool, just literally try to be as conservative, because you'll be surprised at the compounding effect that this has. And that's why we call it the growth equation, because it's not just a single element that people focus on. So most people focus on marketing when they're growing a business. But the problem with that is that if you are getting lots of leads but you're not converting, well, then you're not maximizing those leads. You're wasting money. But if you're converting lots of people, but you're not getting a lot of transactions per year, well, then you're also losing out on that. And if those transactions a year aren't very high, and you could be increasing that transaction value, that also matters. And then also, those people, do they come back again? Basically, do they come back next year? Or do they come in for do they sign up for a 12-month subscription and then cancel and never come back? So all these different things lead to overall profit for a business. So we've improved each one of these different things. So let's look at the impact overall. So revenue has gone, just from these fuel changes, from $960,000 to almost $1.5 million. And profit has increased from $10,000 to $265,000. But here's an issue. This all costs money. So let's go through and look at our expenses. So let's look at COGS. Can we reduce our COGS? Most business owners, but businesses really don't have much leverage to improve their cost of goods sold. There are some ways to do this, like if you're manufacturing a product, you can bring that in-house and things. But most businesses sort of get stumped with this, because if they try to increase their cost of goods sold, it ends up hurting their cash flow overall. So for this example, we're going to keep this at 0. But we go to overheads and expenses. We're going to make all these changes. They're not going to be free. So most people would think that you want to look at decreasing this number, say by 10%. And this might be possible for your business. You might have a lot of expenses or unnecessary expenses, or you might have like very high staffing that could be cut down. There's lots of things you could do to reduce overheads. We're going to say with this number, we're going to go minus, and we're going to go 20%. We're going to say that improving these different numbers is going to cost $100,000. Again, it most likely won't, but we want to be as conservative as possible with this. So we're going to say, instead of improving our overheads, we're going to actually add more expenses to our business to pay for all these different things, to pay for extra marketing, to pay for the different people to do these different things. So what does it actually mean? That means that this business has still got $165,000 in profit. So this business has literally like 16 times their profit just by making these few small changes in this business. So we've gone from almost $1 million business to almost a $1.5 million business. But overall, again, a lot of these costs are going to be fixed costs for the business. So once you get past those fixed costs, it's mostly profit from there on out. So we've taken this business from $10,000 in profit to $165,000 in profit. So, and this is fine for me to say, like, okay, how do you improve each one of these areas? Do you know what I mean? And this is what it does. But the how do you improve retention rate is also the next question. So what we've done is we've also included a few blog posts that we've written on each one of these different areas. So when you click on these links here, it'll take you to a blog post on, say, 24 ways to increase your retention rate, or 29 lead generation ideas, so that you can actually still get value and actually implement this stuff into your business. So that's an overview of the tool. As you can see, you can change these numbers around to whatever you want, and you can see the different impacts that it makes on profit. So you can say, well, if I increase everything by 20%, what does it actually do? And then you can see, well, this business now at $400,000. So if you've got a target, you can actually sort of see the different areas and what the impact that they will have on your business and of your overall profit, as well as the few other metrics here that we have available for you. Once you've done this, you can go through and you can basically plan out your business and see which areas you want to focus on and actually put KPIs in place for that business. If you need any help with any of your numbers, please feel free to give us a call and we can give you a hand. If you'd like us to help you look at growing your business, check out a growth exploration product. It's a product that we developed to help small and medium business owners grow their business. And you can book in for a free consultation through that to see if you're eligible.